Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Last week, we reported on new problems at the inquiry into sexual abuse of children. Newsnight learned of an allegation of sexual assault by the inquiry's most senior lawyer, which some believe the inquiry hasn't dealt with properly. Jake Morris has been following the inquiry for us and has more news, news of another departure, Jake. I mean, we know that so many senior staff have left this inquiry at one point or another, but news of another one we didn't know about.
Yes, and Evan, lawyers do come and lawyers do go, but I've learnt today that one of the key lawyers on the inquiry, a barrister called Toby Fisher, is leaving the inquiry, and the reasons are because he has concerns over the progress and direction of the inquiry. Now, I should say that he took his decision about 6 weeks ago in mid-August, so long before anything we broadcast last week, slightly after Lau Goddard, the third chair of the inquiry, had resigned. He took his decision then. He's going to be finishing his work very, very shortly, I think, and he is quite a key figure on the inquiry. He's one of the three core counsel when it was set up. He's effectively served as Ben Emerson's number two at times, and more recently he's been working on two of the most high-profile investigations that the inquiry is undertaking, those into Lord Janner, the late Lord Janner, and also into what's just called Westminster, which of course is quite interesting. Now, I put this to the inquiry tonight and they told me that Toby Fisher remains instructed, which I think is probably a technical truth, in that if he is needed to clarify any of the work he's done, he can. And they also said we have a large legal team comprising a number of junior counsel, senior counsel and solicitors. They come and go subject to their professional obligations. But I think in this case, it's very clear that there were deep concerns about the progress and direction of the inquiry, and I don't think he's the only person who feels that.
Right. Okay. Well, what about last week's story? Allegations of a sexual assault. Some saying this hasn't been followed up properly. What follow-ups, if you like, to that revelation?
Well, today the Labour MP Lisa Nandy raised the issue in the House of Commons, and we can hear now what the Home Secretary Amber Rudd had to say.
It is essential for the authenticity of this inquiry that it is held as independent. It is not run by the Home Office, and that is an essential part of its integrity. And I would urge her to stop knocking the inquiry and start getting behind it.
Evan, one other point. We've also learnt today that Matrix Chambers, they're the chambers where Ben Emerson is a leading figure. They have launched an investigation into what has been claimed. My understanding is that is an investigation that will be carried out by an external figure.
Jake, thanks very much.
I've been